Hey, everybody, Austin here for our Worship Catalyst update for January 2022. First time I think I've said 2022 out loud. Maybe I
Yeah,
have,
that's
I'm
weird.
not sure. Anyway, as always, want to come to you and let you know how your gifts and how your prayers are making a huge difference in what we do all around the country and around the world. And I just want to say thank you. And I want to introduce you again to Iram Ramirez.
Hey,
Hello,
what's
Iram.
going on?
Iram has got the craziest pathway to connectordom in the history of Worship Catalyst. So check this out.
All right.
How did you first start with us?
I was an atheist bass player at my church that I'm still at, but at the time it was a church plant, and I just went because I was dating a girl who was going.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And we may have even told you the story of it way back then. And this is 12 years ago, maybe 11, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And Springs Church, Tucson, Arizona, or Marana, Arizona. And then Iram gave your life to Christ.
Yep. I was 19 years old, 2014.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. And then what happened with you and your church after that?
Yeah. So I gave my testimony at when I got baptized. I gave it to the church, and then I went and I gave it to the youth ministry, and then there was my pastor saw a gift, the calling, and so I stepped into the calling and ministry, and now I'm a full-time youth and worship pastor for that same church that I started off
See
in.
that word, pastor? He's an ordained pastor
Yep,
starting as an atheist bass player. So
that's
if you're
it.
in a church, just a side note, if you're in a church and you don't want to use people who are far from God in the band, I would highly recommend use people who are far from God because they may be the next pastor
It
of your
works.
church.
It works. It works.
So anyway, Iram is going to be our new connector for Tucson, Arizona, to help new churches and younger churches and struggling churches get better at worship. And
Yeah.
so, Iram, what are you excited about in doing this?
Well, going all the way back to when I was that atheist bass player, I worked with you, and you were helping out our church, and I just know that the impact you had on our church in those early days, and just your help and just working with Worship Catalyst, and even on me because you were there and involved, and I just remember playing this one song, and you like coached us through it, and it was exciting to play the
Mm,
song, even though I was like, it's church music, it's so boring, whatever. It
mhm.
kind of changed my view and my heart on it, and so I to think of being able to do that for someone else and to just pass it on
Yeah,
to me is really exciting. So I'm really thankful for the opportunity to get to do this and to pass on what I've learned and what I've been coached into.
that's super great, man.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited to have Iram. Many of you have heard of him or seen him before on these updates, but also just from a family note, we have finally gotten into our new home. Took us a lot of time. We lived in 5 different places along. We were nomadic and homeless for a long time, but we're
Yeah.
thankful to be in our house there in Fernandina Beach, Florida, and just starting to really maybe sink our teeth into that area a little bit more now.
That
So
was cool.
anyway, thanks, bro.
Yeah, man.
Love you,
For
man.
sure.
Blessed to have you on our team, and we'll talk to you next month. Thank you.